New reports saying consumers are relying on credit cards at record rates. Here with us now is family finance expert and the author of The Golden Quest, David Delisle, to help break down how to avoid spending beyond your means. We all struggle with it. Good morning, David. Welcome.
Good morning. So great to be here.
Great to have you. So clearly overspending around the holidays, it's not a new problem, but it's certainly a problem. You have said holiday shopping with credit cards help mask the emotional weight of spending. Explain that to me.
For sure. There's one of these things where spending with cash, physical cash, we just feel a little bit more attached to it. So if you had like a $100 bill in your hand, you might be a little bit more reluctant to go grab a coffee and split and break that bill. Whereas a credit card, you wouldn't think twice. So it's just sort of attaching that emotional aspect to it and being a little bit more attached to the spending and notice it.
So is using cash or a debit card safer, at least this time of year?
I mean, it will definitely make your spending more intentional and create a bit of that pause. So it will slow you down enough that mindless spending where we all get caught up in it with the holidays, everybody's buying, everybody's spending, sales are on. It'll just create enough of a pause that you can align with what's really important to you.
You're a family finance expert, David. What are some obstacles you often hear from families struggling when it comes to overspending?
I mean, the big one is they're spending on things that aren't actually bringing them joy. So you see there, one of the most important things that I like to tell people, and it's a bit tied to that idea of using cash, is pausing and asking, is this my awesome stuff? And you'll start, as you do that, don't really think about what you could do instead. Would you rather go spend time with your good friend and go for a coffee or get him that gift card? Would you rather be in debt going into the new year or fill the tree with presents? So it's just pausing and asking, is this what's really bringing me joy? Is this my awesome stuff?
I love that question of whether it brings you joy or not. Let's say you are overspending. To stop doing that, what advice do you have?
So a lot of it, I mean, best right off the top is paying, basically paying yourself first, saving first, do the budgeting up front. If you want to prioritize saving and staying out of debt, make that the first thing you do. So automatically take that money and have it set aside into a savings account or investment account, or if you have credit card debt, to pay off that credit card debt. And it'll allow you a lot more freedom with what's left over because you've already made some good financial decisions to take care of your financial freedom and future.
So the next data or facts that shocked me is the U.S. saw credit card debt jump $24 billion. That's a record of over $1 trillion by the end of 2024's third quarter. By the way, millennials particularly guilty of overspending during this time of year. Why do you think that is, David?
It's one of those things where we haven't really shown them good spending habits. What we have shown them through social media and other things is spending in excess and how much joy comes from all the things you can buy. And that's not necessarily true. And so the more we can sort of talk to our millennials or slow them down or just make it normal to say to someone, hey, you know what? I'd love to go out with you and do that thing or buy this present, but I'm trying to spend a little less this season. Why don't we do this instead? Go for a walk, go, come over to my place and we'll have a board game night. Just normalize the idea of not spending. Whereas what we have done is normalized spending. I mean, you can see it in all these photos. Everything you see right now is someone spending and with a present and happy. And that's what we've done. So we don't even think twice about spending when really in the past, we didn't spend at the same levels.
It's so true. We're bombarded by these images, not just social media, pretty much everywhere you look. Today is the fourth biggest shopping day of the year. People are trying to check off those last-minute gifts. What is something shoppers should be wary of, especially when they're, rushing to get that perfect gift for a loved one or a friend?
Well, it's that panic, that frenzy, just and assuming that we have to get them that gift and that is what we have to do. Just questioning it and asking, is there something else that you could do instead to show love to that loved one? I know with my boys, a lot of times we take advantage of the holidays to not shop, but to do fun experiences. I mean, if it's going to be sleigh rides in the park or have friends over for a big party or walk around and listen to carolers. There's so many fun things to do during the holidays that there's many more ways to show love to our loved ones than buying those gifts.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.